Have you ever watched a cricket match and seen a replay that looks incredibly close, but the decision still goes back to the on-field umpire? It can feel a bit confusing, especially when you have all that technology right there on screen. You might wonder, why are we even using DRS if the umpire's initial call still stands? Well, that is precisely where umpire's call comes into play for a leg before wicket, or LBW, decision. Essentially, if the decision review system, or DRS, shows that the ball is only marginally hitting the stumps, the original decision made by the umpire on the field stands. It is a vital mechanism designed to respect the initial call when the technological evidence is not absolutely conclusive either way. The why behind umpire's call is quite important, and it centers on the fine margins of the game and the limits of technology. When an appeal for LBW is made, DRS meticulously checks three main criteria. First, where the ball pitched on the pitch. Second, where it made impact with the batter's pad in relation to the stumps. And third, the ball's projected trajectory to determine if it would have gone on to hit the stumps. Umpire's call specifically addresses that crucial third point, the projected path. Ball tracking technology, like the widely known Hawkeye system, predicts the ball's journey, taking into account factors like speed, spin, and bounce after impact. However, even with this advanced technology, there is a small, inherent margin of error in predicting the exact trajectory, especially after the ball has hit the pad. For instance, if Hawkeye predicts the ball is hitting the stumps, but only a very small percentage of the ball, or just clipping the edge of the stump, that is often where umpire's call applies. It recognizes that relying solely on a projection that is right on the boundary of hitting or missing could lead to overturning an on-field decision that was actually quite good. So, if the DRS graphics indicate the ball is clipping the stumps, but not definitively hitting a substantial portion, the umpire's initial decision, whether out or not out, is maintained. This prevents overturning decisions based on predictions that are right on the very edge of certainty. It ensures that definitive errors are corrected, but marginal judgments are left to the original human call. So, what does this nuanced rule mean for the game and for the teams involved? For players and team strategists, it adds a unique layer of consideration when deciding whether to challenge an umpire's decision. If the on-field umpire gives a batter out for LBW, and the DRS result comes back as umpire's call, the fielding team gets to keep their review because the initial decision was upheld. This is a significant benefit. Conversely, if the on-field umpire gives it not out, and the DRS result is also umpire's call, the batting team loses their review because they challenged a decision that was ultimately confirmed as correct within the system's margins. This strategic element ensures that teams are more judicious with their challenges, preserving their limited reviews for clear, unambiguous errors rather than speculative marginal calls. One of the most fascinating aspects underpinning umpire's call is the incredible sophistication of the ball tracking technologies involved, such as Hawkeye. This system uses multiple high-speed cameras to create a precise three-dimensional representation of the ball's path, accounting for minuscule changes in its flight after it leaves the bowler's hand and after it hits the pitch and the pad. The umpire's call window or zone around the stumps specifically defines the acceptable margin of error for these complex trajectory predictions. It is a brilliant way of acknowledging that while technology provides invaluable data, there are still critical moments where the human element, the umpire's immediate judgment from the best vantage point, retains its crucial significance. Ultimately, umpire's call is a truly brilliant and elegantly designed feature of the DRS system that seamlessly blends cutting-edge technology with the irreplaceable value of human judgment. It plays a pivotal role in preventing the constant overturning of incredibly close decisions, thereby maintaining the authority and integrity of the on-field umpire. More importantly, it ensures that the inherent flow and the cherished spirit of cricket remains intact, even as the game wholeheartedly embraces technological advancements. This balance makes the game demonstrably fairer and more balanced, ensuring that only clear, decisive errors are corrected, while marginal calls rightly continue to lean on the nuanced human element.